Welcome to Forsaken, where you get Forsaken by Forsaken for playing Forsaken. Oh, and you're also schizophrenic. Yeah. You want to see what the lobbies look like? Yeah. That's the lobbies. Anyways, it is now for characters and stuff. Alright, so now I'm going to show you every survivor's abilities starting with Noob. So Noob is a starter who is a survivalist. His first ability, Blossy Cola, makes him move faster for 10 seconds. His second ability, gives him slate skin. His third ability just makes him get undetectable and invisibility. And this is just showing you visually what it does. Noob, who is a starting survivor in Forsaken, is actually pretty good. Having decently weighed out strengths and weaknesses. So, in terms of strengths, he has both his gear, Bloxy Cola, Slate Skin Potion, Ghost Burger. But in terms of weaknesses, I'd say his main weakness, really, is that he's kinda easy to kill. It's really easy to kill a noob. Unless they're actually good at the game, which is typically not noob players. Because, well, they're playing noob for a reason. That's about it. Elliot is a support survivor who heals others. And Pizza Throw heals at minimum 35 HP. Rush Hour just gives you speed free for 3 seconds. You get charges from people eating your pizzas, and here's a visual. Elliot is probably the most targeted character in the entire game. My kills will always go for the Elliot because of his insane. At the minimum, probably with only one Elliot, they can heal 35 HP with every pizza. The Elliot at all. So playing as Elliot is a great team thing, but you may just don't have I swear people in Forsaken just hate the supports for some reason. It is just something against the supports for some reason. You can find Rush Hour, but really, that little less 20 HP is not the greatest. It is so easy to kill with that 20 HP less. But he's probably the easiest character to level up, because as a layer you really will be doing generators like as much as you can. Plus, the pizza gives also 30 XP if it's picked up. So, really solid. I guess. I don't really know. Two-time is a survivalist who is kind of useless. He can revive once, but he's unskillable, so... And here's the visual. Two-time, in my opinion, is probably the most useless out of all the survivors, having no abilities that can actually help the other survivors in any way possible. Even 007 and Noob, who are survivalists, are much more useful than him. And plus, 2 times revive isn't exactly that great. He just dies really quickly when he revives. And it's not about skill, it's more that his revive just casually gives you 40 HP and weakness 5. Yeah, that's really useful, totally. Plus the extra speed doesn't really get you anywhere when killers can just, you know. 2 times serves much better as just a meat shield sometimes. Plus most 2-time players just hog medkits, which is really annoying. Especially for other survivors. They actually need a medkit. Yeah. That's about it. I don't know what else to say. Yes, 1337 is a sentinel with extra HP. Charge, he just charges at the killer. Yeah, that's it. Block, he can block an attack to gain a charge for the punch. And with punch, he punches the killer. And now you'll see a visual representation. Stupid crap, why is it not working? Okay, you know what? Guest is honestly pretty skill based, but so most of the time when blocking you can literally just block a little bit before they attack, and most of the time you'll get that block. Charge you can kind of use to escape, I guess. Sometimes, but you'll get slowness, so you're better off not using it. You can use it for like stuff like walk speed or override, I guess, or maybe like I don't know what else. And you know what? You can yeah, something, I don't know. 007 and 7 is a survivalist who is alright. So he has a clone ability, which is very obvious. The clone is very obvious. Cool GUI is loud, but can get you out of some situations. And inject just changes the clone's movement and visual representation. Never mind. Of course, it just doesn't work. 007. Honestly, better than 2 times. But still, nobody's following for this class. Only if they're really lack brain cells, let's say. We'll just say that. But still. But why would you use this character in any way possible? But still, pretty useless. Since the clones nobody's falling for, inject only makes them maybe more, maybe less recognizable, maybe more recognizable. And Cold UI is incredibly useless because it takes 10 million years. Shedletsky is a sentinel who can stun the killer with his slash ability and can heal up to 35 HP. And since these clips are broken for some reason, I'll just Shedletsky is honestly easier to use than Guess, I'd say. Maybe easier to use than Chance, but honestly, I don't know. Chance is probably the easiest Sentinel to use. But Shedletsky's, like, pretty good. I mean, it has the second longest stun, I think, other than Chance having randomized stun. But you know, Shedletsky can stun you for at least, at the most, 5 seconds. So yeah, yeah, now just watch this because why not? Oh, and it'll be sped up because you probably don't want to watch all of this. It would take you 5 minutes if it wasn't sped up. Builderman is a support character who can build sentries that give killers slowness too, and can build dispensers that can heal multiple people at the same time. Builderman. It's honestly not that bad, surprisingly. Actually, I think he's pretty underrated. The sentries are really good in cases, really can disrupt the killer. Plus, they spend, at the minimum, like 4 seconds just to destroy that sentry that you built. And they'll typically go for the sentry. The Spencer, while 1 HP per second doesn't sound that much, it can heal multiple people at the same time. Which technically means it can heal the entire team at the same time. Yeah. Pretty good if you ask me. Dusakar is a support character who supports by giving people, well, now it's resistance free, but this is an old one, and using plasma beam.
Building a sentry.
Dusakar. Annoying to go up against, but not the greatest. Yeah, it's yeah, I don't know. Plasma beam and spawn protection isn't the most useful sometimes. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, I don't know. Chance is a sentinel who gambles. I know, it's crazy. So he can stun by shooting the killer with his flintlock. He can actually re-roll his HP, which is amazing. And Havix just, fixes the gun and removes your weakness. What am I supposed to say about Chance? Surprisingly for RNG, he's actually pretty good. I would recommend. He's relatively simple to use. Yeah, I don't really have anything else. I don't have scripts for these, okay? Path is the only trapper currently in the game who trapped by having a tripwire. And can also place subspace trip mines. Annoying to go up against. Really annoying. Plus he's pretty easy to use for 4-star difficulty. But difficulty. But also, fun fact, his tripwire has an infinite range. Yeah. Yeah, he's totally balanced. I mean, the tripwire only slows a killer down, really, and all of his traps can be destroyed in some way or another. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Guess what? Now we're gonna do killers. Yippee! Jason is a mostly melee range killer who default attack is a slash, which it's just normal slash. Behead can actually behead you. Gashing wound is mostly just used to deal a lot of damage, and raging pace makes you great, I guess. So Jason is a starting killer, as already mentioned. He's actually really easy to play compared to some other killers. And by some other killers, I mean only Cool Kid, because 1x1 and John Doe are pretty easy to play. I mean, John Doe, that's kind of over exaggerations, but they are fairly easy to play. Like, you typically won't, if you actually are skilled enough, you won't typically play, you won't typically lose when playing as Jason or John Doe or 1x1, but Cool Kid is just no. Now, Jason is close range only. Yeah, you have no range attacks at all. I don't know what else to say now. So Cool Kid is a killer who's kind of mixed. So his punch just like punches, you know, normal. Cub nature is a projectile, kind of like 1x, which we'll talk about later. Walk speed override is just Nyam. And pizza delivery spawns two bots.
Here we go, folks. We are soldiers, and soldiers don't go to hell.
Cool Kid
Here
is
we go, folks.
somewhat difficult to play as, honestly, for freestyle killer. Honestly, not gonna lie. Jason, 1x1, and John Doe are all so much easier to play compared to Cool Kid, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, he has some insane, like, potential when doing his attacks. For example, comboing, like, some attacks. I mean, you can combo attacks. But, yeah.
Here we go, folks.
He has no actual, like, way of finding all other survivors compared to all the other killers. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Cool Kid edit? Yeah, I guess. Yes, I know he's based off cupcakes. You don't have to say it. And I totally didn't get lazy near the end of that. Also, John Doe is next with these bad edits. John Doe is kind of a killer that's mixed in what he can do. So, you know, he hits hard for 28 damage with his slash. Corrupt energy can, like, stop survivors. Yeah, again, digital footprint is kind of like a trap. Yeah. 404 hour just shows John Doe where everyone is. John Doe is...
Always in my wake are pallid,
good.
traces. A piercing thrust through your very soul.
Yeah, something else. Well, the spikes are really good because it can block people off and do stuff like here. Yeah, you can see this. They're stuck. Digital footprint is actually really useful. 404 error. Well, it's free ESP, and who doesn't want free ESP? Now it is time for something I scrapped together. Yippee! Yeah, that's it. That was literally it. 1x1x1x1 is the only mainly ranged killer. So, as every killer, he has slash, because of course he does. Mass infection is, entanglement is like a sword that he throws that stops you. Unstable eye shows where everyone is, but he gets blindness free. Rejuvenate the rotten spawns zombies. Yeah, watch this for the actual visual because it's easy to understand. One x1 is honestly not that bad. I mean, for I don't know, he's he's probably, well, yeah, he is the hardest killer to play as, since, I mean, of course he's 5 stars. If the killer, if they're actually skilled, then you're just not surviving, but typically, it's more about if you can actually hit your entanglements, which is typically how they like get their combos in. Yeah, that's it.
Let's go.
So, with the special maps, I kinda did a little oopsie.